Welcome to another very exciting edition of the Maxine Tulloch Show. Today we are on the Celebrity Summit, and today is the fashion show of the year for the Maxine Tulloch Show. And we have two fantastic designers that are joining us. Seated here with me this afternoon is AkuSika, and she is, of course, from Africa, trained in Milan, Italy. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All righty. Now, AkuSika.
That's correct.
All right, it's a beautiful name. It's just
A little bit tongue twister.
Tongue twister. All righty. You started your. I know we had a story before because you were on the previous show.
Yes.
And about your book, and we wondered, and we want to know, how in the world were you able to get to school? How did you escape that kite situation?
Well, when we lived in Portugal and I was getting bored, I had nothing to do. I was lonely because I was in the house all by myself. And I was already doing the painting. I was already doing the painting on silk. So I was creating accessories. And I had another designer working for me. But I needed to know how to actually draw so I could express myself properly. So out of boredom, I just signed myself into fashion school in Milan, and without my husband's knowledge, and then I just went.
You went, okay. When did he find out?
When he probably got the bill.
Oh my goodness. All right. Tell me your style, your motivation. I know that a lot of your stuff are African. It shows the African culture and the outfits you wear. But there's a certain fabric that you use. Talk to us about your, what motivated you and what type of style you look for.
First of all, I'm the third of three girls, and growing up, my mom always dressed us all in the same outfit. So because of that, I developed I had a phobia of finding somebody wearing the exact same thing as me.
Oh.
So growing up, I always tried to differentiate between my sisters and I, so I started creating my own styles.
Okay.
So then I started painting on silk using berries. And then eventually...
Berries? You mean
berries, yeah.
fruits?
Berries, no, just seeds from trees that I'll pick as a child and create my own dye and make the textiles. So later on when I grew older and I discovered painting on silk when we lived in Cairo. So I started doing that. And then later on in the years, I found a tailor. We were supposed to have an event. And all the ladies, all the wives were going to the same mall, the same shop to buy fabric to make their clothing. And I thought, I don't want to be one of them. So I quickly painted my own silk, took it to a tailor, and he made the outfit, and I thought, bingo.
Bingo, that's your design. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Okay, and you grew up in Ghana?
I grew up in Ghana, yes.
Okay, all righty. In Italy, the training you got, you were able to use your design in the classroom?
Yes, I did.
All right, and we expect to see some tonight?
Yes, very exciting pieces.
All right.
Yes, colorful.
Okay, very good. All right, now let's see what we have more. I know you started different things. You do pocketbooks?
Yes.
Talk to us about a pocketbook and your shoes, your
my
design.
shoes, all my shoes, well, I started creating my shoes from my own hand-painted silk. Just so that all my pieces are unique, very exclusive. So I could paint maybe a meter or two, send the fabric off to Italy, and then the shoemakers there hand make the shoes for me. And then there are pocketbooks to go with it. And then later on, I stumbled upon a shoemaker, a cobbler in Peru.
A cobbler?
A cobbler, yes. A cobbler, yes, shoemaker.
Okay. All right, we got it.
That makes shoes.
Yeah.
So in the collection tonight, you see some shoes made from fish skin.
Ooh, interesting. I'm excited
Made
to
from
see.
fish skin.
Beautiful. Tell me some of the places that you've been doing your fashion shows and exposing your designs.
The first one I had was back in 2003, and that was in London. And after that, the Ghana High Commission in London invited me to participate, to do a show, for a charity show for one of the major hospitals in Ghana to raise funds. So I did that, yes, and that went very well. And then after that, I've shown in Atlanta, Georgia. I've shown in Las Vegas. And of course in Portugal.
And now on the
now here we are
on the Maxine Tulloch Show. All right. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Of course, we have AkuSika, who is telling us about her design for the fashion show tonight and a little bit about her. So we want to get a little deeper into what you're doing in terms of your collection. In putting a fashion show together, just walk us through your process in terms of selection and season. What do you do for the season? Have you been in New York?
Yes. Yes, I did Moda Las Vegas. No, Moda Manhattan. No, I haven't done Moda Manhattan. No, I haven't been to New York yet.
Okay, well, tell us.
But the way I do my collection, it's more like a resort wear. So basically...
Resort?
Resort. So it's available year-round.
Okay.
And since I'm a traveler, I assume that so many other travelers out there who might be living in a very cold country that might want to escape to a warm country. So you can find my things all over. My preferred fabric is silk because it's luxurious and because it's a natural fiber. You can wear it during the winter and it keeps you warm, and during the summer it keeps you cool. So silk is always my preferred fabric. Yes, my preferred fabric.
But you always have to do your design on that silk.
Yes, on that silk. Yes.
Because so that brings out that African. Is this, well, I should say.
This is a wax print. Yeah, this is a wax print. It's a fabric that I bought, but I just created a design myself just to express myself. Team it up with jeans. And so my African collection, I actually call it the Afropean.
Afropean.
So it's a combination of African and European.
Okay.
So I call it Afropean.
Afropean, okay. And what does that look like?
Well, this is Afropean.
Okay, the jeans and the top. Okay.
But the most exclusive pieces, or to describe the Afropean design, a good example, I use the Ghanaian kente cloth, winter coats with fur trimmings.
All right, okay.
So that is very European, but African also. And then I have a ball gown. Of course, I'm not showing them tonight. I have a ball gown with kente cloth combined with silk with a fur trimming.
All right, beautiful. But we won't see that tonight.
No, not tonight. I just have to come back for the next show. Tonight is all about silk.
All righty, okay. Say, I know your website is up, and you're going to add some additional one.
Yes.
So would you say you have several different collections other than your
Afropean?
Afropean.
Yes, Afropean. I have a basic collection, the essential wear.
The essential
wear, that is part of this collection I'm going to be showing.
Okay.
And they're just very basic silk jersey dresses. I have them in t-shirts, I have them in long dresses. And today's piece, the first piece actually, is just a basic t-shirt with a crystallized, I call them the crystallized edinkra. The edinkra symbol is a symbol, 18th century symbol from the Ashanti Kingdom in Ghana.
Okay.
So what I have done is I have crystallized that symbol.
Okay.
And I have it as a transfer on shoes and t-shirts. So the first piece tonight is actually that piece. Okay. It's a t-shirt with a crystallized edinkra symbol.
What is crystallized? I'm dumb.
Crystallized is assuming a piece, a symbol.
It's a symbol.
It's a symbol. Normally you find these symbols maybe in batik or wood carving, but I have decided to use crystals.
You mean real crystals?
Real crystals. Real Swarovski crystals, yes.
Okay,
yeah,
that
real
must be,
Swarovski crystals. So I call them the crystallized Edinkra collection,
Okay, that must be beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I can't wait to see it.
If you like bling.
Bling, bling. And we're going to bling out here for a minute. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are now going to show you AkuSika's line. So we're going to start with the very, very first model. AkuSika.
Okay, so the first model has on a red skinny pants, straight skinny pants, with a black silk jersey t-shirt. And on the left side, we have it embellished with the Swarovski crystals. And that symbol is what I was referring to as a crystallized Edinkra symbol. And that symbol has a meaning. It means the symbol of interdependence and friendship. In Ghana, it's sort of, it represents the teeth and the tongue. And it means that the teeth and the tongue live in the same mouth. And the teeth does not bite the tongue. So we have to learn to live together.
Oh,
so that's the first piece.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Nice. Nice. Okay. And now we have.
And then we have
the second.
The second piece is also red silk jersey, and it's ruched on the sides, and it has a Swarovski crystals. Of course, the symbol is Ghanaian also, and the name of that symbol is Jinyame, and it means accept God.
Accept God?
Accept God. God.
Oh,
yes.
God.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, accept God. Yeah. So the third piece is the black jersey dress also. It's a long silk jersey dress, and it has 3 crystals on it, the same crystals as the first blouse, also meaning the same friendship and interdependence.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Yeah.
Really.
And of course, she has the shawl. The red piece that just left has a green shawl, followed by the black piece, and she has a blue organza shawl. And both shawls are hand-painted. So I have them in the 3 variations, and the 4th one is just coming up. And she has the white silk jersey dress, also with the same crystals, and she has the mustardy color organza.
Okay.
Silk organza, yeah.
Okay. And that's it?
Well, there's a fourth
one? Okay.
Okay, so the 5th one is close to my favorite. It's a mini tulip dress, and it has the Swarovski crystals on the waistline. And those shoes are the turquoise fish skin shoes that I was talking about.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. And Miss?
And the last one, which is my favorite, I call it the royalty dress. It's very sensual.
Okay. Oh.
With a very low V in the front and in the back.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And the necklace. And the necklace are made of Swarovski crystals with silver, and they're all made in Peru. The necklace is made in Peru.
So where else you go?
What?
Peru too? Okay. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. And that's it we have for your line?
Yes, tonight.
Tonight. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Guys. Now, AkuSika, did you ever think of doing a men line for the men?
Actually, several men have asked me about it, so I'm thinking about it.
Okay. And what do you have in mind for the men? What would you do
My
with...
ideal man?
Yeah. The ideal man? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I already have an idea. Very conservative, not afraid to wear color.
Oh,
Yeah.
men.
For the
That's
men's
not
line.
okay.
Yeah.
And what would it be like? Just
What
give me
would
a
it be
hint.
like?
Yeah. What do you have in mind? What are you seeing?
What am I seeing?
Yes.
Slim fit shirts, skinny fit,
Traditional
colorful.
shirt?
Not, well, I have a few pieces already that I did for a show.
Okay.
And I use the African prints.
Okay.
And I have crystals.
On the man's
On
shirt?
the man's shirt, exactly.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, tell our audience how they can get in touch with you for your resort lines.
Well, everything is found on my website on www.akusika.com.
Spell AkuSika.
It's AkuSika.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Now that was AkuSika. Coming up next, we'll have Femheka by Raxann Chin. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the second half of our fashion show on the Maxine Tulloch Show. And we have a very beautiful young lady here. She is, of course, originally from Jamaica. Her name is Raxann, not Rox, Raxann. And we were teasing her about Jamaican saying Rax. Raxann.
I know. Imagine.
Yeah, but her design is Femheka.
Correct.
Let me ask you, where did you come up with this name? Is it a combination of something? Tell us the history on that.
Yes, it is. Good catch.
Yeah.
So, of course, when I decided to do the fashion line, I originally thought of so many names over a couple of years. But then I thought,
over a couple of years, all right.
Yeah. It was a process. It really was. But then it just came to me one day because my aesthetic is from the realm of the goddesses, and I wanted to dwell in that world. So, of course, you had to go back to Mother Egypt, right?
Mother Egypt?
That's right.
Okay.
You had to go back there. That's the start of everything. So I dwelled there, and I found Heka, which was the Egyptian god of magic.
Heka.
Heka,
Okay.
yes. So to the Egyptians, Heka was the god of magic, what started the cosmics, the Big Bang to them, right?
Okay.
And then I thought, you know, it's very, you know, a feminine line, so of course we had to put feminine in there somehow, but it was too long, so I just shortened it. So I just put them together, Femheka. So it translates to the feminine magical goddess.
Okay, beautiful. Very nice, very nice.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Miss Raxann. Now, what inspired you to get into fashion designing? Is that something you desired as a child?
That's such a good question. I think it's best to say that I always been in fashion. Somehow I felt it was a part of my former life. And I really do mean that because it just came.
You look like a goddess right now.
Thank
Doesn't
you.
She? It's beautiful.
This is
goddess.
also from my line.
Yes, it's
Yes,
beautiful.
thank you
beautiful.
so much. So I started as a model. My first fashion show was at the age of 4. I just went to this community event and someone pulled me on stage. And somehow I kind of liked it. But, you know, my
Was a
mom...
pretty little girl. Right?
Well, thank you. But my mom is a math teacher and her thing is a very big focus on academia. So I had to like really do the book work. And again, at the age of 12, I'm standing at my gate and a friend of mine is going to a fashion show with her mom. And she just happened to ask me if I wanted to go to the fashion show. And I asked my mom, before you knew it, I was at this fashion show. And after the fashion show, the lady comes up to me and she goes, "How would you like to be a part of what you saw here today?" And my first question, of course, was, do I get paid?
At 12.
At 12,
Is a real Jamaican.
A real Chinese Jamaican, too. So she said, yeah. And I, of course, convinced my mom this was a way for my allowance. And before you know it, I started to model and started at 12 and did a lot of fashion shows over the years. And eventually went into Miss Jamaica World in '94. And it just took off from there. And I've done a couple of runway shows and a lot of print and runway modeling. So to me, fashion is just kind of something I always did. And of course, my Barbies suffered.
Your Barbie suffered, okay. That means you pin all kind of things on the Barbie.
Everything. Use my mom's stockings, everything. My Barbie was cool.
So the yardy Barbie.
That's right.
Okay, all right. She had dreadlocks?
No.
Okay.
But come to think about it, that would be a good idea.
I tell you what, we're going to take a break and come right back, and then we talk a little bit more before we get into the fashion thing.
Thanks.
We'll be right back. Welcome back with Miss
Femheka.
Femheka.
That's right.
Okay, the goddess of fashion. Leading into goddess, what type of style? I know this is a goddess style you're wearing.
Yes.
But tell us more about your style and the inspiration of the styles you've created.
Okay, well, you are right. It is very Grecian inspired. So I do a lot of coils. This is also a part of my signature.
That's
the
beautiful.
coils.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, it would be my pleasure. You are a goddess after all, aren't you? I do a lot of draping in my pieces. And when I think of my garments, I think 3 things. Is it feminine? Is it magical? And would a goddess wear this?
Ooh.
So it's very ethereal based, very sophisticated. I use a lot of very luxurious materials, silk charmeuses, silk linens, that kind of material. This is a jersey, very heavy jersey. If you notice, it has quite a bounce to it.
Yes,
So it gives this, thank you so much. And magical, primarily things that are universal. You can wear it with many things, or a reversible dress, or for example, this is not a part of the dress, this is an accessory. And you know, you can remove it, you can wear it in different ways to create your own style. So that's the magic in this piece. You can wear it with a tank top and just throw on the accessory, wear it as a shawl, so many things that you can do with it. So that's the magical component of my pieces. And for the goddess part, of course, it just has to have that little extra something. So I use a lot of very fine details. I think less is more, but it's how you use your details. On this dress, you could probably see my little gold detail here for my button. So yes, the straps that I use, I like to incorporate a lot of gems and stones and coils and things like that.
Beautiful,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
So do you only do formal wears or you have casuals?
I do casual as well, but my focus is on the haute couture and more high-end pieces because the bridal market is something that I'm also focused on.
The bridal market?
Correct.
Okay.
So there are a lot of my couture pieces that you can see in different colors on the runway, but I will turn them into ivory, white, and things like that. So if you have a red carpet event, Femheka is the place to go. Now, even for my casual pieces, I would consider them more dressy casual.
Dressy casual.
That's right. You know, the pieces that you could probably throw on a heel with it and, you know, and put on a sandal with it and you're fine. I just feel if you're a goddess, you need to dress like one.
Okay. All right, Miss Goddess. Okay. Now, I know that you have been participating in a lot of fashion shows.
Yes.
Femheka
Yes.
is represented at the Fashion Week, Caribbean Fashion Week.
That's where I launched my fashion
That's where
line.
you- okay.
Yes. And the reason why I did that, a lot of people ask, okay, so you live in the New York area and you chose Jamaica to launch your fashion line. And I say, I am from Jamaica and I do everything first in Jamaica. So it's like, you know, I was born there. It's my homeland and I'm very, very proud of Jamaica. And no matter where I live in this world, Jamaica will always be home first.
Okay.
So it was like, you know, birthing my child. So I decided I was going to birth my child in my homeland. So I chose Caribbean Fashion Week. And believe it or not, I had several options. But I have to say Kingsley Cooper and Ramee Gordon, great people. They took a chance on me. This was my first show and they gave me the opportunity. And I hope that I made them proud.
Well, stop crying.
I didn't cry, but I did Caribbean Fashion Week and I also did Ocean Style in Jamaica as well, that fashion show. And I'm doing New York Fashion Week this year.
Wow, congrats.
Yes, thank you so
Woo, go girl.
And I've already had an offer to do Fashion Week in Europe.
Really?
That's correct.
Wonderful. Great, 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 great. All right. We're going to take a break because you're telling us all. Anything more you want to tell us before we go to break?
You're fabulous.
All right. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we are going to see Miss Femheka. Oh, Lord. Femheka.
It's pretty easy. Just think fem,
Fem.
he,
Ka.
Femheka.
Femheka.
That's right.
Okay, that's right. Femheka.
That's right.
All right. Okay, Ms. Raxann, let's start with your first model, your first piece.
So this dress is one of my couture pieces worn by Ava. Isn't she fabulous?
Yes.
This particular dress is the inspiration, the life-size inspiration of the Jamaican bellflower. If you're from Jamaica, you'll probably identify the flower in this dress. This is a piece that's going to be auctioned for breast cancer. It's a breast cancer awareness piece. That's why I chose the bellflower with the color pink at the bottom, right?
Great, great, nice.
Thank you so much. And interestingly enough, the bellflower is one of the few flowers that grow in alkaline water, so go figure. It's the perfect for breast cancer.
Very good.
Thank you. Now we have Brittany, and Brittany is wearing a double silk chiffon dress. And it's a combination of an olive green as well as an undertone, which is orange as well.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Look at the back of this dress. That's where we have the detail. It's very Grecian inspired, as you can tell with the float at the back, and she looks gorgeous. Thank you, Brittany.
Okay, very good.
Now this particular model, Marie, we have to give Marie an extra round of applause. Marie is a breast cancer survivor. And, yes. And Marie will be working with me to auction this bellflower dress that you first saw. Because this is something that will be going towards charity. Now, her dress is a swirled dress. I call it the swirl. It's a burgundy swirl. And if you notice that it also has the orange pieces to go with it. So it's an orange, and it also has an underdress. So that part you're seeing is an underdress, that burgundy piece. Extra applause for Marie.
Okay.
Now this is Magdalene. Magdalene looks so beautiful in this magical piece, which is reversible. You're seeing it on the side, which is orange with the tan underneath. But this is a reversible dress, and where you see the orange now, that would be the tan and the reverse.
Very nice, very nice.
We have the lovely Ava again, and this is a really nice casual piece that can be also dressed up. It's orange, as you can tell, with the wooden accents at the back, just draping, and this is just one of my, I call it the exotic bamboo dress.
Bamboo?
Bamboo, yes, if you're from Jamaica, you know what bamboo is. This is a lovely Liz Marie, and Liz Marie is wearing a multicolored dress that has purple as well as olive. And the back, as you can tell, has a beautiful detail, gold trimmings, and this shows a small of the back, very elegant, less is more, but extremely sophisticated.
Very nice. Very nice.
Our final dress here is with Brittany, and Brittany's wearing actually the first piece that I draped. So this is a very special piece for me. It's an olive green silk charmeuse dress, and that bronze detail that you see there, correct, that's really pretty. And at the back, you can tell that it has a lot of drapery. And this is a beautiful goddess dress. Speaks to the goddess.
Very good.
There you have it.
Wonderful. that a great piece?
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Raxann, the last question before we end this segment of the program. I know that where would one go to get your dresses?
Thank you for asking. My website first, www.femheka.com. Again, that's www.femheka.com. That's FEMHEKA. And while you're at it, drop what you're doing and go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest, and just be a part of the Femheka Goddess family.
Okay. You are so wonderful, baby.
Thank you.
Mwah, mwah.
Thank you so much, Maxine. The pleasure is mine to be on your show.
You're quite welcome, darling. See you again next time on the Maxine Tulloch Show.